go live and drop new content. All right, with that being said, let's get to our next question of the night.
Another one.
The reason transitioning careers is so damn challenging.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
I'm in a bind, Nate. I'm trying to transition careers, but I have so much trouble. So this one comes also from a comment that I had on the video that I did for cryptology, for being a cryptographer or a cryptologist. And so the person said the entry level pay is disappointing, right? And the entry level pay was like 70 to like 90,000, I believe it was, something in that range. So this person says the entry level pay of 70 to 90,000 was so disappointing. I make I make more than $100,000 in a union aerospace shop. Shout out to you. It will be tough to take that kind of pay cut. Obviously, those are averages and there are exceptions to the rule. All right. So to me, that's one of the biggest challenges to transitioning, especially if you made it to the top of another career field, but you're like, I don't want to be in this field anymore. I want to go somewhere else. Let me start the timer. So the biggest problem is you might have to take a pay cut. And a lot of people, as we all know, that Mitch would say, some people can't afford to take a pay cut. And that I totally agree with. However, because we get into that situation where we're kind of trapped on the lifestyle that we live versus the career that we want to be in. And now, let's say, so this is a situation, right? And I had somebody that I was speaking to, I was communicating with, an amazing nurse. But they wanted to transfer into tech. I forgot which role. I think it was like it was something like solutions engineering, right? And they wanted to transfer into tech, but they were making about 100K, if not more, as a nurse. But they felt that they reached their ceiling as a nurse, right? And but they got offered a position where they would be traveling throughout the state, going here, going there, doing whatever they would be doing as in their role, like pretty much like being kind of like a regional manager. But the pay was about $20,000 to $25,000 less than they were making, right? And they really wanted to accept the job. They were trying to negotiate to get closer to what they were currently making, but they couldn't get it there and they had to turn it down. But here's the thing. Getting a entry-level role in tech can possibly lead you to who knows how much money. Especially for those type of sales jobs and the sales engineering, where there's a commission involved, there's, whining and dining people, moving around and stuff like that. That entry level pay, it looks like a little bit, but as you progress and grow, it can become a good amount, and you build experience so that you can, jump to different places. I would assume, I don't know this for sure, but I would assume that working in the healthcare industry, you don't get that big of pay raises, right? So let's say you are working at this one hospital or clinic or whatever, and you want to go to another hospital. It's not like they're going to be competing for you. You might get a signing bonus if it's a hiring issues that are happening, but it's not like you're going to get, like, if let's say you're making like $25 at one hospital, it's not like they're going to offer you $40 in the next hospital unless you're getting a higher position. In tech, the way that you get raises is technically by jumping around, right? Get up and get down, jump around, right? So, but being unable to take that step backwards to then skyrocket forward is what I believe is the biggest challenge in transitioning to a new career field. Because a lot of times a company a company will pay for you to learn, but then are you going to be able to transition into that role and make the same amount that you're making? So it's like it's a catch 22. It is a catch 22, to be honest with you. All right. But one thing that I do suggest to everybody who wants to transition, if you are able to, you know, do the transition because you can grow from there, and if you have to, maybe you have to like take some type of a second job, second income. You might have to take a second job, second income so that you can make so. But in the long run, it should pay out to your best interests, right? So it's a challenge. It is a challenge. You have to balance it. But yeah, that is that question. Curious to hear your thoughts on that. I know, like Mitch always says, some people can't do it. I understand, but if you can't do it, you might end up being trapped exactly where you're at for the rest of your life. And there's a reason that you want to transition in the first place, right? If you didn't like it, then why would you want to transition? So how do you balance that? How do you balance that? People like my guy Telltale Walk, because they're so young, they have the opportunity to be able to move around and stuff like that. But as we get older, it gets a lot harder to just be able to transition to other fields and stuff like that. All right. So that is that. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Let's wrap that one up.
People walk in like a fleeting breeze. People go like a summer breeze, whisper through my life, then vanish with ease. I ain't stuck replaying those fading tracks. Eyes on the road, no looking back. I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard and never break that trust.
They say you need roots, but I'm chasing skies. I'll plant my feet when the moment's right. I'm a rolling stone, not a chain to bind. Freedom in my veins is the state of mind.
They come with words like they mean forever, but forever's just a fleeting endeavor. I won't lean on what I can't control. I'm whole on my own, I keep my soul. I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard, never break that trust.
Dependency's a prison I won't call home. No one knows my journey, I'm on my own. Forward is the anthem, the beat I drum. The past is a shadow, the future's the sun.
I've seen faces fade like mist at dawn. Memories linger, but the moment's gone. I'm not bitter, just wiser with time. Each goodbye's a lesson that sharpens my mind.
Waves will crash and tides will shift. I'm the captain steering through the rift. No anchors here, I sail to the new. The horizon's bright with a better view.
I don't care too much about who stays or leaves. Life's a wave I ride, no room for grief. What's ahead is gold, what's gone is dust. Never lean too hard, never break that trust.
The ones who stay are the real foundation. Others just lessons in life's rotation. I'm not bitter, I just understand. The future's my treasure, it's in my hands.